So it looks like we've just witnessed yet another rug pull in the crypto space. And, normally I could care less about this, but given the circumstances of this particular scam, I thought I'd share my thoughts on things with you guys. Now, unless you've been living under a rock for the last 6 months, you've undoubtedly heard of the highly skilled and ultra talented internet sensation, Haliey Welch. Welch? Welch? Anyways, if the name doesn't ring a bell, her claim to fame certainly will be recognizable to you. Our girl Haliey here shot to fame ever since her street interview with Tim and DTV hit the interwebs back in June of this year. Yeah, she's recent famous. None of that old school famous BS. This video isn't really about how she got famous, but more importantly, what she did with it when she got there. Like I said, this is about a crypto scam. Now, you wouldn't be blamed for not seeing how HAWK Tuah girl, HAWK Tuah? HAWK Tuah? Anyways, HAWK Tuah girl and a crypto scam come together, but it's pretty common these days with these bullshit meme coins. It goes a little something like this. Step one, someone with no effort, skills, or talent gets plucked from obscurity for doing something that, for whatever fucking reason, we all consider viral. Said person then proceeds to enjoy their 15 minutes of fame and gets busy loving the hell out of life and all it has to offer. Step three, well, as you can well imagine, some of these opportunities start drying up. Maybe even panic sets in. I mean, nobody wants FU money drying up like that, right? Step four, said person then announces a shitcoin and then proceeds to pump and shill it to their dwindling number of fans. Last step, rug pull. Here we are. We've seen this repeated over and over in the crypto space over the years. And frankly, I'm kind of at the point where I have to ask myself, like, how's anybody even remotely surprised at this point? I mean, let's be real. We've got an unregulated market, lots of people that are unfamiliar with the complexities of crypto, and we have a girl whose only claim to fame is for spitting on dick. Don't get me wrong. I feel for these people that got scammed, 100%. But I also kind of need to put the onus back on the purchasers. Like, what the hell did you guys expect? Oh, this HAWK Tuah coin should really balance out my portfolios of NFTs and pictures of cats? I just can't see a world where someone is legitimately calling their financial advisor on a Thursday afternoon and saying, Bill, hear me out here for a second, but HAWK Tuah coin. Bill responds, the fuck is a HAWK Tuah? Well, kind of funny that you ask. Like, come on. How did anybody expect this to turn out any differently than it did? I'm not going to get into the finer details on exactly what made this a scam, but kind of in a nutshell, the team, presumably those behind Haliey, they held about 96% of the total coins within 10 connected wallets. This is according to Bubble Maps, which they reported on December 4th. There was a pre-sale where, again, the team earned themselves well over $1 million in transaction fees alone. So imagine they're making money scamming people. And yeah, we all know what happened once the coin eventually launched. It like skyrocketed and then tanked immediately because people got dumped all over. What's shocking to me is that this was like from the launch to people reporting it to the SEC was 24 hours. You know, like these guys didn't even try and hide what their true motives were. You know, they just immediately came out, saw an opportunity, and dumped all over people. If you'd like to get a more detailed and in-depth dive into this, I cannot recommend CoffeeZilla highly enough. Like, this guy is absolutely the knight in shining armor in this story. And this is where I get interested in it and start making this video. So the other night, Haliey and her team decide to host a meet where they're going to take questions and whatnot. CoffeeZilla ends up showing up, and like this bro absolutely ruined them. It was during said meeting where CoffeeZilla joined and basically proceeded to call these guys out in such a glorious way. Like, he drops facts on them left and right. And truly, guys, watching the HAWK Tuah team scramble, it was embarrassing.
Profiting from the rug pull, I think it's relevant.
We didn't pull a rug. I don't know what you're trying to say. It's not true. That's defamation.
Stop. Do the math. Do the math.
Defamation. You're saying that we pulled a rug. There was no rug pull.
3%.
You're defaming our character.
Are you not gonna let me talk? You just talk over me. You talk over me.
I'm hearing bullshit.
The guy's spot on with 100% of the questions that he's asking, and all of which the team did their best to dodge, weave, and deflect. And even trying to turn the tables on CoffeeZilla at one point.
The tokenomics are a scam. That's my opinion. You can say whatever you want about it. You can cry defamation. That's my opinion. It's a scam. And I only do this for a living. I've only seen 1 million of these projects.
So who pays you, CoffeeZilla? Let's.
Ooh, turn it around. Turn it around. Turn it around. Nobody's here for me. Everyone's here for you.
All the time, our girl, Dickspit, was pretty damn quiet and said very, very little. I would almost bet that during the call, she probably was sitting there and slowly but surely realized, like, oh shit, like, I've really screwed myself. Like, I better start filling up the Tuah tank because I'm going to be doing a lot of HAWK Tuahing pretty darn soon. Truth be told, I don't know how long the whole meet lasted for, like it's in its entirety. I don't know what came before, and I don't know really what came after CoffeeZilla's involvement. But what I can comment on is like when he was on there, it was an absolute shit show. They were yelling over him.
Stop. Do the math. Do the math.
You're saying that we pulled a rug. There was no rug pull.
3%.
You're defaming our character.
Are you not gonna let me talk? You just talk over me. You talk over me.
They're being rude to him.
Hey, this is one of the most miserable, horrible launches I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, then why the fuck are you on?
They're basically doing all they absolutely could to shut him up instead of giving him legitimate answers to legitimate questions that he was asking. And I think that's what's important here. If this was a legitimate project, like they claim, like the quote unquote team claims, shouldn't have had any issues answering his very direct and very basic questions. In the end, they ultimately muted CoffeeZilla.
Day one so people could dump on Haliey Welch's fans? And how involved was she really? And how much money is she making from all this? What's her cut? I just got muted.
And for me, the icing on the cake was when Dickspit decided she'd had enough for the night and was going to bed. Like, she just announces, like, oh, I'm taking off. Done now.
But just in terms of the fact that there's fees that are being generated, there's an actual, like,
Hey
source
guys,
of income.
I hate to interrupt you, Nick. Hello there. But anywho, I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Okay. I guess we're talking over here.
You have the luxury of just pausing this drama for the night and getting yourself a good night's sleep. Anyways, she woke up to some kind of shit news. The SEC is now being involved. Lawyers are foaming at the mouth. And whatever reputation she had as a girl that spits on dicks is kind of pretty much ruined. I'm curious, guys. Like, what do you guys think? Does Haliey deserve jail time for involvement in all this? Is she just an innocent pawn? Let me know in the comments below. I'm genuinely curious what you guys think about this one. Personally, I think it's probably the end of the road for her. I mean, regardless of where things land legally. Fact of the matter, I think she rode that 15 minutes of fame way, way, way better than I could have ever imagined myself pulling off. But then again, like, I'm a middle-aged dude who refuses to spit on a single dick. So there you have it, guys. My whole take on the mess. I know this video is a little bit different than what I normally do, like in terms of long-term satire stuff, but I do hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to see me do more videos like this, let me know in the comments below. And of course, if you enjoy this video, please consider blessing me with a like and a subscribe. 'Tis the season after all. Speaking of which, check out my most recent video on Christmas 2024, where I take my normal satirical approach to discussing it. See ya.